Yo guys, what is up and welcome back to a brand new video here today and another episode of my F1 2019 modded career mode here today for round 3 at the Chinese Grand Prix at Shanghai. If you guys missed the last episode or even episode 1, it will all be linked in the top right hand corner of the screen guys, so get up to speed and see exactly what happened in this modded series. But today we are here for the Chinese Grand Prix and you can see on the screen we have rain expected for qualifying but no rain expected in the race, so very much a weekend of two halves. And in terms of the upgrades this weekend, no team have brought any developments except for Toro Rosso, who have brought a massive upgrade package to try and close the gap to the top teams above them. And in terms of the battle up top, Red Bull, ourselves, and also Racing Point staying pretty damn close, and there's quite a gap to Renault, Haas, Mercedes and McLaren and Alfa Romeo, who are so close. Those three teams especially are neck and neck. But we're now going to move into qualifying here today for the Chinese Grand Prix, and we're going to see exactly how we get on in this session, and hopefully we can try and do better than the last one, because in Bahrain we had a pretty messy session and it wasn't ideal. So in today's session we are going to go for, I'd say, for 2 runs but with multiple laps in them, because it is a rain session, so it's kind of different to the dries. Also guys, I thought I'd confirm I have actually disabled tyre temperatures, because it was getting a bit too excessive. It was ruining the experience and I just could not do anything about it, so we have removed those for now so we can focus on the racing and just be competitive with the AI. So hopefully that helps us out as we jump into qualifying here. This was my first lap in this session and it went pretty well. We then move on to our second attempt, so back-to-back laps, and this second lap was actually really good. We improved by nearly 7.5 tenths, but then unfortunately for me I got it a bit wrong into the hairpin here. You'll see on the braking out I kind of lock up, miss my apex a little bit, and we throw away about 3 to 4 tenths of a second, unfortunately for us. I was hoping to be about 8 tenths up. Instead we're half a second up as we now make our way into the final corner, trying to carry the speed and make up for lost time. And we do find a bit more lap time at the end, and we do improve by nearly 8 tenths and jump up to second place, but there's still a 7.5 tenth gap to Verstappen as Kvyat quickly puts us down to third place. Eventually though, I came in after that. I tried to go for one more lap but I wasn't going quicker, so I slowed off, backed off and boxed in, and we are going to go back out on a fresh set of intermediate tyres, and hopefully we can try and improve. And on this run my best lap came right at the end, so we'll stay tuned for that one. But for now we're going to see how this goes, and straight away you can see we hit the track and we are about a tenth of a second up, 2 tenths up. I know through here we can find a bit of lap time, because I made a bit of a mistake before, and we do find a bit more lap time as you can see, but I take a bit of a stroppy line and we get some big oversteer on the exit, which is unfortunate for us, and we throw away a big chunk of time. We then go through the final corner. We have found a bit more lap time, especially at the hairpin. Those 2 tenths that we let go at the hairpin, we managed to recover those, and we do jump up to 4th place. And I did try to go for yet another lap, but this time we hit traffic as multiple cars were leaving the pit lane for their final run. So I decided to abandon this lap and have a bit of a cool down lap, let all the traffic go by, and we went again for one more final run. So let's run on board for a full lap of the Shanghai circuit here, and let's see how good this lap is, and can we get ourselves into the top 2. Here we go then. up to the line, and we do improve by about 1.5 tenths, and that would actually give us 3rd place in qualifying, which is a really good result. Kvyat just pipped us by 0.02 of a second, so really close, but Verstappen was just a class above everybody else here today. Him in that Red Bull was just an incredible combination, and that car has a lot of pace because, you know, me and Kvyat matched lap time, so we did the best we could, but Verstappen was just so fast this weekend and nobody could get near him. So you can see it on the grid at the minute. Verstappen P1, Kvyat is second, joining him in the front row. We get the second row alongside George Russell, and then it's Charles Leclerc, once again impressive qualifying for him in the Haas, up in P5 ahead of Carlos Sainz, then Bottas P7, Pierre Gasly in 8th in the first of the Alphas, and then Hamilton and Magnussen rounding out the top 10. Magnussen, of course, the man to pick up a podium in the last race in Bahrain. Then we've got Sebastian Vettel in 11th place there, just behind him with Perez in 12th. Then we've got Hulkenberg, Albon, and further down we have also Norris, Giovinazzi, Ricciardo, Raikkonen, Grosjean, and Lance Stroll bringing up the rear and rounding up the grid here for the race. But we're now going to move into Sunday, in which is going to be a dry session, and hopefully with the free choice of tyre we can try and make a decent strategy and have a decent race. So let's jump into it and let's see how we get on for round 3 of the season for the Chinese Grand Prix. Okay, so here we are then on the grid for the Chinese Grand Prix. Danny Kvyat to the right, and also Max Verstappen up front, and George Russell, of course, to my right rear. We're going to be starting in 3rd place here for the race at China. And in terms of the strategy, we are going to start the race on the medium tyres, actually. We're going to try and avoid the softs and go for a one-stop strategy in today's race. I was thinking possibly a soft medium possibly as a second strategy option, but I think I'm going to run the medium hards. I'm going to go quite safe. If I feel like a 2-stop may be possible, or it's the better option, I might go medium soft, so I might flip it. But for now, we're going to try and commit to start the race on the mediums, and hopefully we can make the strategy work. And if I can find pace early on, I should be okay. So fingers crossed we can make it work. No rain expected, so the target is simple. I'm going out to win this race and bounce back after a poor second race in Bahrain. So let's get racing and let's see how we get on here at Shanghai. Here we go then. Important to get a good start. Seemingly most people are on mediums around us as the lights are on. We dip the rev slightly and it's lights out and away we go. We get away really nicely. Kvyat gets off to a flyer, and Russell also pretty poorly, but Leclerc getting a fantastic start in the Haas, going around the outside. We are going to just about hang on to this position, I think. Leclerc looking for the move still. Kvyat, though, crucially takes the lead for Ferrari. Leclerc trying to get past here on the inside. We're going to have to be aggressive. Leclerc does take the position as we go into the hairpin. I'm going to go back down the inside on the braking though. I'm having absolutely none of that. We're going to try and get that back, and straight away, there we go. We retake P3. And Kvyat crucially has hit the front, so let's try and get the back of these guys. Of course, we've got tyre temperatures turned off, so we're not going to have any overheating issues, so we can actually race at full speed as the AI always do. So we should be a little bit more competitive here today. But let's see if we can try and hang on to these two out front. They're already trying to establish a pace, so head down and let's push. At the minute, the front two have some good pace. Also, Leclerc is keeping up with me. I am trying to shake him off so that we can get a 1 second gap, but it seems like the Haas has good straight line speed. Meanwhile, Verstappen goes for a move onto Kvyat into the hairpin, so we could be losing our lead. As you guys know, we do have good race pace in the Ferrari, but we do struggle right at the very beginning of the race. We kind of get stronger as the race goes on, so Verstappen does reclaim top spot as we go on to lap 3. Kvyat trying to get back past Verstappen here into turn 1 and now turn 2. Nice and aggressive there from my teammate in the other Ferrari. Meanwhile, Leclerc still keeping up with us here. A little bit of smoke there kicking up from those two in front as they battle away. Just trying to hang on to them, hopefully get some DRS, but Leclerc doing well in the Haas, keeping good pace. Seems like he's got his engine turned up at the minute quite a lot, and we seem to be lacking a bit of straight line speed by the looks of it compared to other cars around us. So seems like we may not have the edge like past races. You never know, could be a cheeky bit of oil burning or some oil tricks like the real life Ferrari team going on. Verstappen's really getting away from us now, he's really going for this. I have managed to get a bit of a gap to Leclerc. I've discovered why my straight line speed is a bit low. It's because I'm running 7.6 wins when I should be running 6.6. I put a little bit more front wing on in the wet qualifying, and I forgot to switch it back for the dry in the race, so that's why we're lacking a bit of rhythm. So I've already selected a change for the pit stop, so hopefully that will resolve the issue as we take out our bollard there. But so far, Verstappen's still pulling away out front and pushing on with the pace. I may have just dropped out the RS range of my teammate, which might put me in trouble on the back straight. With Leclerc behind, he is within range, and we don't have the RS, so let's see what Leclerc does in the Haas. He's gaining, he's actually a little bit further back than I expected, so we should be okay for now. Verstappen's really going for this 30.6. He's got some incredible pace. I don't think we can match that. Not at the minute anyway. Verstappen's flying. He's dropped Kvyat out of the DRS range. And now we're starting to catch back up to Kvyat slightly, because he doesn't have the DRS, and we're just slowly starting to drop Leclerc behind as well. Looks like Russell's going for a move on the Haas of Leclerc. That's going to drop them back a little bit. I've also got myself back into Kvyat's DRS range pretty much now. We should have it on the next lap on the back straight. So yeah, there we are, 9/10 of a second is the gap. Leclerc's now out of DRS range, so let's try and use this to pull away a little bit from the cars behind. It seems like we don't have the pace for the race win here today. It looks like Verstappen does have the edge, so we're going to focus on securing this double podium instead. There we go, DRS on Kvyat once again. Managed to work our way back into range. We do have quite a similar pace though, but Verstappen is just another level in terms of pace all weekend long. Wet or dry, he seems to just have the edge of us. Oh, we've got a yellow flag further back. Looks like we've got someone retiring. We'll get confirmation of that in a minute to see who it is. It's Nico Hülkenberg, there it is, in the Renault. First confirmed retirement. Seemingly no safety car or VSC. We haven't had one in a while, to be fair. I wonder if the safety car has glitched out once again, because I seem to get them all the time online, but not offline anymore. Either way, we continue on our way. Oh, another one. Kimi Raikkonen's out this time. 2 in 2 laps. Again, will we get a safety car or a VSC? Seems like we won't. So we're now down to 18 runners. Kimi Raikkonen in the Mercedes, out of the race though. Kvyat's done a good job here. He's just picked up his pace once again, and I'm just managing to just about hold on to the DRS, but it seems like I don't have the edge on these tyres yet. Maybe once we go to the hard tyre and we get a little bit of the wing adjustment, I may have a chance, but for now we're just kind of hanging in there and waiting for the pit stops to begin. Maybe on the overcut or the undercut we can make something happen. Kvyat's making a run for it here. He's starting to pull away again and pick up his pace. I've just done 2 back-to-back personal bests, but Kvyat is responding, so I'm having to turn my engine up. I have just had a look at my tyre wear, and I am considering, could I stay out and get to a soft tyre? I would have to get to lap 20, which is a stretch. I'm not sure what to do. I think whatever Verstappen does will decide it for me. So if he pits, I'll pit. And he doesn't, he stays out. And so does Kvyat. Right, we'll stay on for one more. See what everyone does. Seems like nobody at all is pitting at the moment, so we're going to follow that theme here and stick to what the AI are doing in terms of strategy. Okay, now Verstappen pits. Kvyat stays out, as do I. Interesting strategy. Personal best from us, purple final sector into the 1 minute 30s. That was a better lap from us. The pace is getting better and better, to be honest with you, every single lap. We're not really dropping off. I'm quite happy with this pace. If I can get to lap 20, we can fit a soft tyre on. Kvyat pits. We're going to stay out. Interesting strategy here. I'm committing to this strategy now. I'm going to try and go for that soft tyre. Hopefully it pays off. I need 5 very strong laps on this tyre. I'm also banking on the hard tyre not being that competitive, so let's see how this pans out. Well, Verstappen's first lap on those hard tyres isn't purple, which is a good sign. There we go, there's the fastest lap. 1:30.6. We did a 31.1 on that last lap, so we're not miles off the pace. And that's Verstappen pace, not Kvyat pace. 30.3, that's much more on the money from Verstappen there. That's a much quicker lap. Okay, so currently on the in lap, and Verstappen 11.9 behind. He has been chipping away at that gap. I think we are going to concede third place to George Russell. But hopefully we'll recuperate it pretty quickly on the soft tyres. We should have a massive pace advantage. And of course we know we're not going to have tyre temperature issues for once, which is great. So we're going to take full advantage of this strategy. First of all, tackling the pit entry. Make sure we get it all slowed down, and there we go, that's a nice entry. Overall, a very strong first in the mediums. We're now going to run the softs. Of course, we're going to get the front wing adjustment as well. So here we go. 1.953, that's a good stop. So here comes Kvyat, he's going to go by any second, and then it's going to be, I think, us rejoining just behind George Russell. Actually, this could be close. Oh, this is going to be close. We're on the inside, side by side with Georgie boy. We're going to try and hold the inside, and yes we do. There we go. I didn't expect that. I thought we was going to rejoin behind, but we managed to stay in front. Problem is that my engine's turned down, so I've got to try and pick it up straight away, but there we go. We do stay in front. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. We can now try and get past Kvyat, take that second place, and see if we can try and take away Verstappen's fastest lap on these tyres. So that's going to be the target. Head down, maximum push now. Verstappen 30.2, updated fastest lap. We're going to smash that out the ballpark, I think. Purple middle and final sector, and we've dropped Russell out of DRS already. We're going to be patient on this lap and try and get past Kvyat, and we'll try and go for the fastest lap on the next one. So I don't want to use all my fuel in the RS just yet. I want to try and save that for the next lap. Well, I've got a lot of pace. Let's see if we can use it to get past our teammate. Probably going to end up waiting until the back straight anyway, but I've got so much more grip. Just got to wait, unfortunately. I'll be patient through this section. The last thing we want to do is force Kvyat to go defensive and waste time, because at the minute we're on for a double podium and I want to keep it that way. So I'm tactically just kind of backing off a little bit so I'm not too close at the end of the straight, but now we can put some pressure on and make this move definitive. Here we go through the banking. We're going to get the DRS. I'm probably going to set the purple lap on this lap anyway, but we'll try and go for a faster one on the next lap. Here we go. Let's get past our teammate. I've also got a little bit less front wing, so we should be quicker. 360 k's almost as we pull to the outside. Around the outside with a lock-up, but obviously we're avoiding the contact if possible. Kvyat will get DRS for good measure, so he'll be able to recuperate some of that lost time. As we go through the final corner, we're going to smash the fastest lap way out the ballpark and into the 129s. So there we go. The lap should be good enough already as it is, but we're going to try and improve upon it this lap. Here comes the updated fastest lap. We're going to smash this out the park once again, well into the 128s, and there we go. 3 purple sectors all round. Even without DRS, we destroy the lap. But there we go. That's P2 now in the bag. I'm just going to run at a kind of neutral pace. I'm not going to, kill off the engine on this race to chase Verstappen. I don't think I can, unless the tyres hold up, which they're already on 20%. So it's not looking good in terms of tyre wear. So we just need to focus on holding on second place, because I think Kvyat may come back at us a little bit towards the end of the race. Tyres will start to hit the cliff now. 1.6 off the pace. Verstappen's starting to pull away again, and I think Kvyat is starting to recatch. Yep, 2 laps to go. We should be okay though, but the tyres are now pretty much gone. Here we go then, through the hairpin. Verstappen's going to win the race here today at China and pick up maximum points. For us, it's all about damage limitation. As I accidentally got down 2 gears there, but here we go, up to the line, and I'll take that. It's a good return to the podium after a poor race in Bahrain.
Thank you for all your hard work out there. That was a strong drive and a good finish. Well done.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.
Right, so here we have the final results then from the race here at China, and like I said, Verstappen picking up maximum points here today. We do pick up second place with a 28.6, we get a +1 on the point board, and we get 19 points overall. Kvyat making it a double throw podium here today with George Russell in P4 in the second Red Bull. Charles Leclerc 5th for Haas, good result for him ahead of Sainz and Bottas. Both alphas of Gasly and Vettel into the points once again here today, and a bit of a return to form for those guys, with Albon picking up the final point here today after getting the podium in the last race. It wasn't the exact same high as it was in Bahrain. Albon misses out on the points along with Giovinazzi, Norris, Ricciardo, Grosjean, Hamilton, Stroll. Perez being the last of the classified runners, Racing Point having an absolute shocker of a race. Hamilton and Perez just all the way down the bottom here today. Not quite sure what happened to them. And Raikkonen and Hülkenberg, the 2 retirements of the Grand Prix here today. In terms of the standings though, after 3 races in this season, we're currently in second place. Kvyat gets himself up into third place, and Verstappen 14 points clear heading into Baku. And also further down the table, you've got Bottas and Sainz creeping into the top 10 along with Leclerc, and also George Russell at P5 overtaking Hamilton, who drops down. And in terms of the constructors, we are currently in second place, 7 points behind Red Bull, so the gap still pretty damn close. Racing Point taking a big fat L this weekend and dropping back quite a way after Bahrain, and Renault sitting there nicely in 4th place, McLaren up to P5, and also Haas overtaking Mercedes, with Williams and Toro Rosso yet to score a point. But guys, that is going to be it from the race here today at Shanghai. I'm now going to put on some upgrades off air in terms of durability upgrades, so nothing really too exciting there, and I'll confirm them in the next episode with you guys. But until then, that is going to be it from me. in this video here today, guys. So if you enjoyed this race, drop a like and subscribe if you are new for daily Formula 1 content, and turn notifications to not miss any future content from me. Also, check out these 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them. But that is it from me here today at Shanghai, guys, and I'll see you on the next episode very soon at Baku. But until then, it's goodbye from me.